What is up, YouTube? That's it here, wishing you guys a Merry Christmas. Today we're back playing some Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl 6v6 Singles Wi-Fi battles, and today we're busting out my favorite Pokemon of all time in any generation, and that's gonna be Butterfree. Butterfree has always been one of my absolute favorite Pokemon, so that's what we're trying to use today. Before we get into the battles, I will say, the question of the day is, what was the first Pokemon game you got as a kid on Christmas morning? I know you can get Pokemon games at any time of the year for birthdays or whatever reasons, but a lot of people get their first Pokemon game for Christmas because Pokemon games usually release towards the end of the year. I will say I started out in red version. That's one of the reasons why Butterfree is one of my favorite Pokemon, and it was like the first fully evolution Pokemon that I ever got. And I think people always ask me, like, why do you like Butterfree so much? It was like the first strong Pokemon you get in your very first Pokemon game. It makes sense why I think Butterfree is busted. But let me know what your first Pokemon game was. And I know a lot of people started in Gen 1, a lot of people started in Gen 3, and oddly enough, a lot of people started playing in Gen 6 on the 3DS for X and Y. It's a very popular starting point for a lot of people. So let me know what your starting point was. And last thing before we get into the battles, I just want to say thank you guys so much for actually supporting this channel. We're currently over halfway there to our subscriber goal and our watch goal. We need to hit both of those goals before we can get partnered on this channel. We have 541 subs. We have 2,816 watch hours. So if you guys have any time, just throw some of these videos on. There's a whole playlist section. You can throw a bunch of these videos on. I can't believe we've had this channel for a little over a month now, and I just want to say I really appreciate all the support you guys have shown. It's definitely been a Christmas Day miracle. Seeing this channel grow from basically nothing in the course of a month to actually getting like decent views. Like we're getting like pretty good viewership on. Compared to like our current subscriber base. So the channel's steadily growing. The algorithm's really picking up with it pretty well. So I just want to say again, thank you so much for the support. And without further ado, let's go take some people to the Shadow Realm on Christmas morning with Butterfree. Hopefully we don't fight any like people who are just unlocking like maybe their first game's BDSP, right? And hopefully they're not just like queuing up into some battles here. Really cool team. I think Butterfree is definitely viable. We're going to be utilizing a set that uses Timid Nature with Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance, Giga Drain, Bug Buzz. This is my favorite Butterfree set for singles. There is no Sleep Powder. Well, there's a Sleep Clause, but Sleep is not banned in BDSP like it is in Scarlet and Violet. So you can go with that Sleep Powder. You can weave in a few Quiver Dances, be able to restore your health with Giga Drain to recap your Sash, and then just Bug Buzz is standard damage. So it's a pretty cool set. It's one of my favorites, and we have some other fan favorites here too. Like we have Scizor, Garchomp, Alakazam, Rotom. Pretty cool team. We're gonna go hop in the Union Room, and hopefully we find some people to play. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, so I honestly shouldn't play this guy because there's no way that's an OU team. But you know what? Like, it's hard finding battles today on Christmas. People are pretty busy, so I'm going to take what I can get. I think I'm actually just going to lead Chomp here, go for my rocks, and then if I can bring in my Butterfree maybe against, like, Giratina, I might be able to put it to sleep and get some Calm Mind setups to potentially win the game. I do need to get rocks up, though, just so I can break that Articuno, because Butterfree actually gets super walled by Articuno. Butterfree also gets super walled by, like, Heatran, so, like, this is going to be rough if we're going to try and win with Butterfree. Oh my gosh, look at these people with their names. I could just Earthquake the heck out of this. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pivot here. This is a Scarf Garchomp. Do I just go for the EQ? Like, I really don't want to get Sacred Fired, and I don't know if they're high enough IQ to know that they should switch. What do we have to pin? I think I'm gonna take the EQ bait here, because like this guy's a big problem, and if I stay in and get burned, like yeah, if I stay in and get burned from like a Sacred Fire, we're really sad. So I'm taking this KO. It's mine. I got the, you know, we don't need it. Entei's a good mon, but it's not that good, right? This should be conditioning an Articuno pivot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch to our Scizor, block the attack from that Ice attack. Oh, Kyogre. Weird. Why not Articuno? Why not Articuno? That's the question. Starmie. Oh, Rotom eats this pretty well. I think Starmie's also pretty decent. And we'll just go into Rotom. I'm thinking an Ice Beam's more likely than a Spout, but, you know, I would Spout here. When in doubt, Water Spout. You know, that's what they say. Here we go. Ice Beam. Yeah, dude, it's so obvious, bro. Alright, and judging by the rest of their team, you know, remember in BDSP, there is no, like, start button to look at their team preview, because back in the day, there wasn't one either. You gotta take pictures. So I'm looking at the picture I took of their team. Their team was Entei, Heatran, Giratina, Kyogre, Arceus, and Articuno. Volt Switch ain't bad. Volt Switch ain't bad. I think Volt Switch, yep. Who are they going into? Is it Arceus, or is it, like, Heatran? Might be Giratina. There's the Giratina. Cool. So, like, if we were going to set up with Butterfree, this would be how it would be done. This would be the way, as they say. Do we try it? I think we try it, right? I think it's Butterfree time. A very Butterfree Christmas. Let's freaking go. How much damage does, like, +6 Giga Drain due to a Bug Buzz due to a Heatran? I don't even know. Oh, we're gaming. Yeah, definitely gaming. This is Compound Eyes Butterfree, my favorite Pokemon of all time. Has like a 98.6% chance to hit that Sleep Powder. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, and we're just chilling here. What is a god to a non-believer? And here we go. We're going +6, boys. We're going +6. I'm here all week. Butterfree busted. Yeah, let's see what they got here. Arceus can be problematic. This is actually the right play for them. This is super the right play. Go right into the Heatran. Because I'm not going to break the Sleep Clause. There is no sleep. Sorry, there is a Sleep Clause in BDSP, but you are allowed to use Sleep moves in this game. Unlike on Smogon, on like 6v6 OU, that's for Scarlet and Violet. So actually, the right play there is to let your Mon get put to sleep and then just pivot. So really, really good stuff. Love seeing it from them. I think I'm just gonna hard switch in my Starmie here. So I'm not gonna be able to set up with Butterfree in this game. Big sad. They know the tech. But here we go, Starmie. Man, I really wish Butterfree was in Scarlet and Violet. What's one Pokemon you wish was in Scarlet and Violet that is not in Scarlet and Violet? Like, obviously, I like Butterfree, but at the same time, like, I have Vivillon, so it's not like I have nothing. I wish Ledian was in the game. That's another Mon that I wish was in the game. Ledian's one of my favorites. I like those bug types. Bug types always been my favorite. Just trying to think what other Mons like aren't in the game. Viper's pretty cool. You don't see Viper very often. I think Viper would be a lot of fun to use in BGC. Delcatty is another fun one that's in this game that's not in that game. I'm just going off like the assist mons. Assist is a really good move. They should put assist back into Scarlet and Violet, right? That'd be really sick. So Heatran's down. That means Butterfree can potentially start setting up a little bit now that the main mon that would wall our Butterfree is gone. What is a god to a non-believer? Arceus, huh? I think you keep this guy a little bit honest here. And man, like, I think we're fine to just go Psychic here. What's he gonna do? Like E-Speed, Swords Dance? Like, I think we're fine. We outspeed here. Am I gonna get Judgmented? Oh my gosh, Judgment Day. Here we go. Arceus. Not like this, chat. Hyper Beam. Oh my gosh. Really, huh? I mean, that looks sick. That looks really cool. I don't think I've ever owned an Arceus. I think you can get it in BDSP, but I've just never owned it. I can use Alakazam here. Alakazam here is not bad. Yeah, I'll just go Alakazam and win the game. Yeah, I've never owned an Arceus. Even when I played Ubers, like, I just never had one, and it's never really been my jam. But it's a cool mon. I think Arceus is one of, like, the craziest Pokemon to battle against. You know, we've had some pretty good times using, like, fighting against a normal Terra Shard Arceus on our VGC channel. That was hilarious when we frisked it with our Typhlosion. And in this game, like, you know, Arceus is freaking super busted. That was like a Viporb Psychic that it ate earlier, and it laughed it off. Like, it's probably going to live this, so... Well, it didn't. And it's shiny, too. I think the other thing about Arceus is, like, obviously it's best as a normal type mon, with, like, getting able to hold, like, different items like Choice Band, Lefties, Life Orb, things like that. But, like, it can just hold all the different plates. Like, Fairy Terra Arceus is, like, super cracked. We have this game wrapped up like a Christmas present. And don't forget to answer the question of the day, guys. Let me know, what was the first Pokemon game that you guys got? I remember, like, the day Red version came out, I asked my parents for it. I got it for that Christmas. That was, like, the best Christmas thing I ever had. I think I played Red version for, like... I think what I did was, I don't think I turned my game off for... At least 20 hours. At least 20 hours. I remember playing well into the next day without turning it off. And then, like, I'd saved a bunch of times, obviously, but I just always kept the Game Boy on in, like, my pocket. And then, like, my batteries died. I played until the batteries died, my first time having a Game Boy. I think everyone did that. Am I wrong? I feel like that's everyone has done that, you know, because you don't really understand how batteries work when you're a little kid. Here we go. Oof. He ate it like a champ. He's still asleep. Oh, never lucky wake up. The Thunder from Down Under. Oh my gosh, no TY, my guy. It's kind of fun. Like, what I really do like about playing against these Uber teams is like we can kind of just like talk and relax and have like, it's not like a podcast, right? But we can kind of just like talk about Pokemon related things, and the game just kind of goes on in the background while we still like send these people to Shadow Realm. So it's like you're seeing the Ubers players get mind crushed, and we're just like having a good old fashioned time. We're using anti-meta stuff. We're using Butterfree, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to fight more OU-esque people. I kind of want to start hosting tournaments for BDSP, so if that's something you would like to enter, whether it be like best of 3 or best of 1, like actual like tournament brackets, like let me know what the best format for that you think would be. Dude, this Alakazam has dancing shoes on. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, and we might be able to pull something together at the start of next year. I'm also looking for like things that I could give as prizes, because I think BDSP is a really, really cool game. I think it looks great. I think it plays great. But I think that people just need to be reminded of it, have one last hurrah before we move on to the next generation with like the Switch 2 coming out next year. So let me know if that's something you might be interested in. And hopefully I can find some more competitive people to play in the next game. All right, this is perfect. Look at that team. I love what they're doing here. They have so much cool tech. I think like leading Garchomp's not bad. I think that they know that I want to lead Rocks, but at the same time, like, they don't really have that many mons that stop me from doing what I want with this Garchomp. And I might just be able to cheese something like a Jolteon with an Earthquake right off the rip. So going for Rocks is really cool. I want to see if they lead, like, Breloom. Breloom versus Garchomp wouldn't be, like, the end of the world. But this is a really, really cool team. I love that. I really like seeing the Donphan. I kind of want to use Donphan. I've never really been that big of a Donphan guy. We were talking about this when I made my Return to BDSP Steelix video. How, like, there are, like, multiple groups of people. There's people that use Skarmory in Gen 4, right? And then there are people that use, like, Steelix and Fortress. And there's also, like, the weird person group that used Donphan. And it's not that Donphan's, like, bad. Like, honestly, looking, like, back, Donphan is, like, better than Fortress. It gets Rocks, Rapid Spin. It has good coverage moves, priority moves with Ice Shard. Donphan's arguably better than Fortress in a lot of teams as like a hazard setter, right? But I just never was like a big Donphan guy. Like, I just never really gave it the attention it deserves. Like, anytime I ever wanted to use Donphan, I was like, I could just use a Garchomp, like, and have like a different like Rapid Spin user or something like that. But now with the buff to Rapid Spin, that's kind of what got me thinking I might want to use Donphan a little bit. Scizor versus Garchomp is a good lead. They have 2 mons that can fly, so like I could Earthquake. That would let you get a free pivot into your Latios or Dragonite. I can just get my Rocks up. What are you going to do? Swords Dance? Swords Dance is bad, but like I can always come in with Butterfree and sleep it and then pivot in Rotom. I could just Earthquake this, but like I think I'm going to Rocks. I think I'm going to force a switch here. Never lucky. Rocks are up. What are you going to do? Are you U-turning? Like, can you please take some rough skin damage? That'd be awesome. U-turn. Awesome. That's so good for me. If we take a lot of damage here. Ooh, that's banded. All right. Cool. Good to know. This Garchomp's really, really bulky. Like, really bulky. It has a good amount of points in its defensive stats. So, that is a banded Scizor. So, anytime we see that Scizor, we can basically try our best to see what it wants to lock into and then go into something else. They're going to go Rapid Spin here. Let me think about how I want to play this. I don't really have anything that stops Rapid Spin. Yeah, that's right. If someone just dropped a follow while we're live on Twitch, that's sick. That's so sick. Thank you. Hey, so sorry, we're not live. We're on YouTube, but like they dropped a follow on the Twitch channel, which means they went and checked out the Twitch link from like, I don't know, my BGC YouTube content. That's super cool. Just a reminder to drop a sub on this channel. We're still trying to get to 1,000 subs. Rapid Spin. Oh, Rocks trade. Cool. I'm fine with that. Like, I can Rapid Spin you here. You don't have anything that stops that. You have 0 options that stop me from clicking Rapid Spin, but what I'm going to do is just Surf to keep you honest. You can go into Latios, block this Surf, I get a Scout for lefties, then I get to go for double Ice Beam. Starmie's still pretty good into most of their mons. Their best play here would be Jolteon, and like I can just pivot back to Garchomp on Jolteon, I think. I don't think they'll Shadow Ball me, but we'll see. Jolteon also does not want to eat like Rocks plus Life Orb Surf. That's way too much damage. Latios, cool, this is fine. I don't think Latios eats like Rocks plus Life Orb Surf plus Life Orb Ice Beam. I don't think that it does. We'll see if they have lefties though. They could be Scarfed. Or Specs. I think Specs Latios is a little bit more common. Let's see if it's lefties. Survey says there's my Life Orb. And no lefties. Alright, so there's some sort of choice item. I'm just gonna go for it. We don't need Starmie as a Rapid Spin user, just because we also have Scizor as a Defog user, so we're still in a good spot. Oh, so unlucky. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Damn, I can't believe I didn't get the KO. That's such a low roll. It is such a low roll. Draco can miss though. Never lucky. Imagine if I Ice Beam the Latios on that switch. On that switch. So we're going to come in with something that can take Rocks damage. I don't want to show my Rotom Scarp yet. They're orbed. Awesome, that works for me. That actually works for me really, really well. So I knew that's like some sort of aggressive item. There's nothing wrong with Alakazam here. You're going to go Scizor though, right? So if we know that you're going to go Scizor, I can't just go Rotom. Like, I'm super okay with that. Take rocks damage here. Down fan. Oh, that's so good for me. Awesome. Yeah, they're trying to rapid spin. I just have a pin here. You can go to Breloom, but I think I double tap. You can go to Dragonite as well. Let me think about that. Do I want to go for a trick? Is Dragonite a big problem? I think I'm gonna Hydro Pump. I don't think it's like the end of the world. You're gonna pivot into Dragonite or Breloom. I think you're pivoting into Dragonite. But would you pivot into Dragonite? What if I Wisp you, bro? Like, that's so greedy. You might just stay in and like try and see what I'm doing and get your Rapid Spin off. That might not be a bad play. Like Wisp and Hydro Pump both can miss, so let's see it. They're not in a terrible spot here. But I am the one dictating play. I just don't want to miss. Not like this. Not on Christmas. Let me hit this one. Sash Breloom. They really need to get Rapid Spin up. So like, I'm just trying my best to lock that out of the game right now. That's a fine pivot. I gotta hit these though. I really have to hit both these Hydros. I don't think Breloom can eat 2 Hydros. That is a game loss, I think. That's probably just gonna be game for me right there. I don't see how we come back from this. We're gonna try. I don't like this though. And so one thing that I really wish we hit that. That's so unfortunate. They're gonna get Spore here. One thing that we might be able to do is we know that they're banded Scizor, so we might get them thinking that our Scizor is played the same way that their Scizor is played, which it's not. Rock Tomb on the pivot. What do they think I was going into? I want to actually see what they think I was going into. Maybe I'm not banded now because they see my lefties, but what do they think I'm going into? That's so weird. They thought maybe Alakazam? That's fair. Okay, alright. So we can I think I will debug here. Because we actually just outvalue their Donphan. And if I can get these rocks, if I can start using my Butterfree. Spore's fine. So I don't know if they'll break Sleep Claws, but like I could pivot. The good thing about Spore here versus like a Breloom is like honestly my Scizor, it's not taking I get lefties ticks during both these turns, so it's like it still works. That Rock Tomb did a lot. Like it's obviously Technician, but that did quite a bit. I'd like to get a debug off if I'm being honest. Like you can Swords Dance and that's really unfortunate, but like I don't think you are. Yeah, there's the pivot. Who's coming in here? Is it Donphan again? You already have Rocks up. You're just gonna try and Rapid Spin? Like, okay. Yeah, I'll just get a debug out. Nice. So you don't need Rapid Spin, buddy. You don't need to do it. It's okay. I'm trying to help you out here. You don't need to do it. What we're gonna do here is now that your evasive is also dropped, which means when I do go for my U-turn into my Rotom, I will be able to hit you with that big, fat, massive Hydro Pump if you want to stay in. I could defog again. I have a lot of defogs. I can go for a Roost. Don't need to Roost yet. I think I'll Bullet Punch this turn and then see what I want to do. I don't need to U-turn yet. Because you can go Rocks or EQ here. Yeah, we're just getting some free damage here. Knock off. Cool. Works for me. I'm going to go for a Roost. You might be able to get a KO here with Earthquake, but I doubt. That's a really aggressive one. Yeah, rocks are fine. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to defog so they can never end with rocks. And then we're going to repin. And I think that's the best out that I have. Okay. So just click defog until the cows come home. Yep, EQ's fine. You have been defogged. Just trying our best here because we need to have no rocks in this matchup, I think, to win. Just because we want to use Butterfree. Alakazam doesn't really particularly care. The right play for them is to like honestly realize that like we're just going to be here for a while. All right, this is a good play. Is just try and KO the Scizor. Let it be known that there are no rocks up here. And right now, remember they have the stat dropped, right? I can come in right with. I can come with anything, really. I can even come with Butterfree here. It's not bad. You would pivot into Breloom, right? Do I care about that? Should I Quiver? I'm looking at their team. They have like Jolteon. No, I can save. The Butterfree could come out right now. I don't think there's a problem with Rotom, but I have to hit my Hydros. I think that's the real problem. right there is you have to hit Hydro on the Breloom on the pivot. This pins too. I'm trying to think what they have. They have a lot of options still. I think I'm going to go Rotom. I think Rotom's still right. I just had to hit my Hydros on the Breloom. That's all it comes down to. I remember this Dom fan has its evasiveness dropped, so he will get hit by Hydro if he wants to stay in and try and get the cheeky rocks up. And he never rapid spinned, right? So he doesn't have a speed boost here. Even if you did Rotom still without speed. You can pivot in Dragonite. That's fine. I'll break your multi-scale if I hit. Yep, there's the pivot. So you're going to eventually be able to get rocks up, but then whenever I see you going to Dom fan, I just go right to Butterfree from here on out. So I have to hit both these Hydros. Let's go. Like I said, it should get the KO if I two-shot. Yep. You just gotta have faith. Do it again. Here we go. You're gonna Mach Punch me, bro? Let's go! Christmas Day miracle out here. Dunzo! Yep. I mean, honestly, I think my Rotom is calced to make sure that we two-shot those against like common like Sash Breloom sets. So after rocks damage, you need one tick of rocks. Here's Dragonite. Cool. So you're gonna start setting up a little bit. Having my Butterfree, being able to go Sash is like really, really good. We don't have that many Mons that are great into this guy. But I think the right play is like go right into Garchomp here, because even if you Dragon Dance, I still outspeed, and if you go for like a weird attack like an Outrage or something, you just get a Rough Skin tick. So like that works for me, and then I can go into like Alakazam and just go Dazzle. Dragon Dance is fine. So we still outspeed here. They don't actually. I don't know if we outspeed. We're Scarfed, but we're only Scarfed enough to outspeed like base 130. So I think you might outspeed me here. We're gonna find out what happens here though. Out to ledge. Yeah, E-Speed. Cool. I don't know if I die. Rough Skin, though. Value. Value hath been wrought today. Let's see. Butterfree's valuable here. I like Butterfree a lot. I think Alakazam... Oh, and they're Orbed Dragonite. Wow. You have Jolteon, Donphan, Dragonite, and Scizor. Banded Scizor is still back there. So I think we need to keep... We need to keep our Rotom alive. We need to keep our Alakazam, like, low-key alive. I'm thinking. Butterfree's less valuable than Alakazam. We can soak this Spore, then they pivot to Scizor. I'm fine going Butterfree here. I think they might get me. I really do. I think the fact that they have Jolteon in the back is going to be a really problematic Mon in the very late game for me. I think we just Sleep Powder here. Soak damage, Sleep Powder, and then like Banded. Oh, they haven't even used it. Yeah, they're gonna clock this. Let's see. Oh, crit! Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm thinking that Scizor is gonna be too much of a problem. But if I can get the Dragonite off the board, like Rotom does cook most of their Mons. You KO the Donphan, you 2-tap the Scizor. Jolteon might get KO'd. Let's start thinking about what I want to do. Do I actually want to like pivot in my Alakazam and start setting up? I haven't even started their Sleep Run, so I can get a free pivot here. And then I can save Butterfree as a pin. I'm just trying to think of like what value Butterfree's bringing to the table. I'm just thinking. I'm gonna Bug Buzz here. I don't know if they swapped to Scizor. They're staying in. Okay. It doesn't do that much damage, but like I think I'm gonna be able to get them into a situation where like if I can get the Dragonite low enough to be KO'd by Alakazam, which now it is, we're in a good spot. So we just keep Bug Buzzing. Butterfree's gonna take the L. Unless I get like a crit, like a Sped Def drop crit. But it's better to do this than go for anything weird like Quiver Dance. So if you're still asleep here and I get a crit here, I get the KO, and then I get to make you come in with Scizor and click Bullet Punch, which means you're locked into Bullet Punch, which means I can come with Rotom and have a free pin. Yo, we're actually making the plays that need to be made here. Let's freaking go. Damage, Butterfree, my favorite Pokemon. Do it for me, buddy. Oh my gosh, Butterfree's so good. Is that a crit? We didn't even need it because of the special D drop. Yo, we take those. All right, so like I said, if you would like to come in with Jolteon, you have to show a lot of what you're doing. If you want to come with Donphan, you have to show a lot of what you're doing. The fact that I already have this Mon on the board means we're in a really, really good spot. You can honestly KO me. It's not like a problem. We just go for the Sleep Powder, keep you honest in case you want to do something weird. Maybe I should have Bug Buzzed in case they tried to sub. But, like, I'm looking at this. We have Alakazam and Rotom as our last 2 Mons. Alakazam's not great into Scizor. Rotom, I mean, if I come in with Alakazam and I Nasty Plot, I'm going to come with the Alakazam. I think that's the right play. I wonder what they're going to do here, though. Are you going to go to Scizor? Are you pivoting to Scizor here? You should, right? I'm Nasty Plotting. They stayed in, never lucky. If you're Volt switching into Scizor, you just won the game. If you're Volt switching into Scizor, you won the game. If you, I'm faster than your Jolteon. That's so weird. I didn't think I would be. That's fine. Don't para me, though. Sash, he's Spexed. Okay, he's Spexed. Did not expect Specs Jolteon on the bingo card today. You can pivot to Scizor. Don't do it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. That's just game right there. If I Shadow Balled there, I think I could have won. Because their mounts would have been too low. Oh, it's Donphan. Eh. I wonder if they have, like, Ice Shard on this thing. Doesn't matter. I don't think I win this. I don't think I do. Just because I won't be able to break the Jolteon. Maybe I should have just Shadow Balled last turn. If I got the Jolteon within range, we could have had something here. If you have the Bullet Punch here, I low-key have shots. But if you don't, like, I don't know. If you're U-turning, like, and you take a fat +2, like, I'm winning too. Quick Attack. Quick Attack's actually good cover. It's better than Bullet Punch, because it's good into my Rotom. So, we're going to try and win out. We have to crit the Scizor, and then we have to crit the Jolteon. Wish me luck. I don't think I'm going to get it. But, hey, you know what? You can't say we're not gamers here. And Quick Attack is also the right coverage on this Scizor. So I really, really like to see the Quick Attack there. Bullet Punch would be doing way less. We have to crit right here. We have to crit right here. I don't even think crit gets it, but we have to. Just let me get it for Christmas. For Christmas. GG's. Very, very good game. I would like my run back if they would be willing to give it to me. I think what could I have done differently in this game? I think the part of the game where it got away from me was where I went for, like, the defog and I tried to, like, value getting rid of their rocks. I should have just let rocks happen and not used my Butterfree as easily and relied more on Alakazam to take out their Dragonite. But good game. I'm always down to take L's if I learn something from it. So good team. I think they had a good matchup into me. I think the Donphan Breloom Dragonite with a little bit of the Jolteon core to pin things like my mid-tier Mons. The fact they had a full OU team and I had a Butterfree, I think, was the biggest determining factor. Also, I think Banded Scizor was just a really, really good mon into my team. So maybe the next time I ever play this person, I go into respecting the Scizor a little bit more. All right, it's not the same guy, but that's more of like an OUS team. They were looking for battles, so I'm assuming they know what they're doing. I think Latios is actually banned in BDSP. So my team was not made to respect Latios as much as it probably should have been. What do I think they're going to lead? Weavile's really good into my team. I think you can lead with Scizor. I shouldn't lead with Scizor, but I think I will. This is going to be really, really hard. But let's see what we can do against their Scizor. I think that if I need to, I think I need to U-turn, scout to see if they're lefties or what kind of Scizor they're running, then go into my Rotom to pin their Scizor. The issue with Rotom here is that, like, their Gastro 1000% walls it, so I actually can't. Oh my gosh! And of course they're leading Blaziken. That is really, really bad. So we just have to pivot to Garchomp here. I don't like that. Yeah, this is all hard. We can get rocks up here. I wish I led Garchomp, honestly, but I didn't think they'd let me get away with that. Swords Dance, yep, that's the right play. So we actually have to just EQ here. They do outspeed my Chomp, but, like, they don't know that they outspeed. Like, I could definitely be Scarf Chomp. At the very least, we're going to be able to break Sash here if they have to hit us with, like, a close combat, and I might still be able to eat it. So we're going to Earthquake here. Let's see what they get. Now we're still faster. Awesome. Nice. Because like I said, we're full speed Chomp. They're sashed here. We're just trading. They're in close combat, and I think we'll be all right. It sucks. Oh, what? Huh. Yeah, I don't actually need to lose this Mon if I think about it correctly, because I can just come in with Bullet Punch. Let me think about that. Double SD. So at the very least, I win. It's an even trade. But, like, I can come into Butterfree. I can basically pick a Mon to fodder here. And I'm not seeing the value that Butterfree gives, because they have Scizor. I want to fodder it though. And I like my Garchomp here, and they know it's scarfed. I'm gonna keep my Garchomp alive. How greedy would it be? Like, what move are you even using? Are you Flare Blitzing? You're close combating, right? I think you just come in with Butterfree, fodder it, and then come in with Scizor and just Bullet Punch. That's probably our best play. I need to save the Garchomp, right? It's my Rocks user too, so like I need to save it. As much as I like Butterfree, it's not the Mon here. And if you Flare Blitz, that's sick. I'd love it. Detect. Oh, okay. I did that. They're big fast now. And because you detect an attack, I actually get to do stuff here. I think I could Sleep Powder? Sleep Powder is a bit dicey here. I'm just going to go for the KO. I don't want to even go into a world like you can hit me, Baton Pass. Okay, that's how you're going to play it. So you're super using Band Tech. You're using, I think Blaziken might be banned, Baton Pass is banned. I'm pretty sure it's banned. This is very, very bad. A lot of speed boost on this thing and Swords Dances. Are you going into Scizor? Weavile maybe? We're going to be able to put it to sleep because we're still Sash, but like, wow. Okay. So 3 speed boosts and 2 Swords Dances. You can go to Scizor or Weavile here. On the Bug Buzz rip, bro! Come on, come on, come on. Whew, look at Bug Buzz Butterfree busted, bro. Let's go. Oh my gosh, we love to see it. We absolutely do be loving to see. I'm a Bug Buzz again. What are you gonna do? Fake out? Ice Shard. No, I got that Sash, bro. I got that Sash. Break the wrist, walk away. Butterfree busted. My favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon coming in clutch, bro. And having this Weavile go down means Garchomp just kind of wins the game, I think. They still have a Scizor I have to watch out for. But I think if they send out Scizor, I honestly think we have a really big advantage here. So, like, if they send out Scizor and want to threaten Bullet Punch, I think I'm just going to take the Bullet Punch L and then repin it, as opposed to, like, pivoting in Rotom and potentially having them go for, like, a banded U-turn Scizor, making a read that I would go for a switch. I'm just going to let them have it. But they are running out of options here. They have a lot of mons that still outspeed this Butterfree, but at the same time, like, I think I'm okay. There's the Scizor. Awesome. Like I said, it's almost like I play the game. Professional Pokemon player, that's +1. You can click U-turn if you want. Repeat, that's absolutely fine. And we get to see if they're Orb here too, which is another like good tech here. Butterfree definitely did its job in this matchup. We don't have anything that's great into Scizor. We have like Garchomp, and that's not great. We have Starmie, which is not great. We have Rotom, which is okay. If I send out Rotom, you pivot in Gastro, and I think that I would like to have my Rotom unpinned from like only being able to use like weird moves. Only being able to use like one move, sorry, because we have Scarf. So I'm going to give your Gastro a Choice Scarf because you're going to pivot into Gastro here. And if you want to stay with your Scizor, that's also fine. Like, are you U-turning me? What am I taking? I hope I'm not taking a choice item. I'd rather take a Lefties here. Choice Scarf, Metal Coat. Okay, that's weird. Weird. Have fun with that, though. Have fun with that one. I think I'm just going to Volt Switch. All right, here we go. Battle was canceled. Yep. He tried to SD my face, and I'm like, not today, baby. The reason why I really like the trick there, too, because, like, even if you had, like, a Lumberry, I was taking your Lumberry, so it means, like, if I then would, and then if I did have, like, a Wisp or something weird that they might have been playing around, like, I'd be able to potentially use that in the next turn. So, pretty good set of games. We got one free game, right? We got one game where we had a really, really solid, like, OU game against a good player, and then this guy had, like, hints of OU with like some Uber's tech sprinkled in. I'm pretty sure Baton Pass is banned in BDSP. Let me know if I'm wrong. But yeah, you can still see there's a lot of people playing battles, even on Christmas in BDSP. So if you guys want to see more BDSP games, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know some Pokemon you want to see me feature. Today we featured my favorite Pokemon, Butterfree, and it actually won me that last game against that whole Baton Pass shenanigans strat. So let me know if you want to see more games like this. Don't forget to answer the question of the day. Let me know what your very first Pokemon game you got on Christmas was. I know a lot of people, you can get Pokemon games anytime, but I know a lot of people, their first game they got for Christmas, because Pokemon games come out during the holidays. So let me know the answer to that, and thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a safe and fun rest of your Christmas, and other than that, peace out. I'll see you guys next time.